everybody, and welcome to another MTG Arena video. We are playing Blue-Green Yoink today. This is a donation deck submitted by Mollybach. Thank you, Molly, for the submission. It is a pretty cool deck, actually. It's like a blue-green kind of like ramp control-ish deck with a lot of steal effects. So the two main ones are the Entrancing Melody and Mass Manipulation. And because we are trying to steal our opponent's cards, we also have a lot of ramp in this deck because we're trying to, get enough lands for these cards to be effective. So we have, like the 4 Llanowar Elves, the Incubation Druids, the Growth Spirals help us both make extra land drops and also draw into more of our lands. Hydroid Krasis, which is always good when you're playing a lot of lands. 4 Sinister Sabotage and Chemist's Insights, that's just part of like a normal kind of control-ish package. Frilled Mystic, which is, a counterspell that's also a creature, works nicely in this deck. 3 Vivs, and then obviously the two biggest things that we're playing here are the Mass Manipulation and the Entrancing Melody. Entrancing Melody is pretty sweet. You just get to take control of target creature with converted mana cost X, so, like whatever the CMC is, plus 2 blue, and then you get to take it. Mass Manipulation is like really cool. Hard to cast, it's quadruple blue, but you also get to take control of X target creatures and or planeswalkers. The planeswalker part being pretty important because you can just like take all their good stuff, especially if they're about to, ultimate their planeswalker. You can like Mass Manipulation with Sinister Sabotage back up and do the thing. UG Yoink should be pronounced Gooey Yoink. Yeah, it's gonna be Gooey Yoink. Then for the sideboard, we just have, cards that help in certain matchups, like Disdainful Stroke against the big spells and negates against the control decks. Like, you against those decks would just mostly board out all your Entrancing Melodies and just try to turn into like a blue-green tempo deck. Mass Manipulation is still kind of okay in those decks because they do play planeswalkers, but you generally, I think, want to cut most of them. Have more Frilled Mystics that you can board into. Crushing Canopy is good against like the Niv Mizzets of the world, the Mono Blues of the world and stuff. Aztecan Archer is pretty good against Mono Blue as well. Carnage Tyrant's pretty great against control, and Nezahal the Primal Tide, which I don't buy you want to have in this deck altogether because I think Nezahal's pretty garbage. But it's a cool deck, and it's very matchup dependent because if you get paired up against a deck that doesn't have good creatures for you to steal, you're just like, put me out of my misery. But there's a lot of decks where you just like get to steal their best card and you're like, we're doing it. So let's go ahead and take it out to an event. Traditional constructed. DD Yoink. I don't really hate Molly's Nezahal Scooter rules. Molly just submitted a deck list, and I know Molly hates Nezahal too. So, hey Aras, how are you? Welcome, welcome. By the way, if you are watching this on YouTube, I will make sure that the link is listed in the description below. So if you want to play this deck, you can just go ahead and yoink it right there. Also, if you're interested in donation decks, I will also link the donation deck queue, like the lineup and the submission form if you want to submit your deck to Donation Deck Thursday, which might be changed to Wednesday. Just FYI. I really did not like Nest, but it's way better post-board than pre. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. This hand's pretty good. It's just all Growth Spirals. We're just going to spin wheels for a while. This deck is missing the Yoink Man Hostage Taker. I had a blue-black Yoink deck as well. Ooh, my opponent mulliganed to 5. That's no bueno. You're just excited for post-war Dono decks? Yeah, Garab, think about it. I will be... Rip my wild cards. I am going to be accepting... yeah, I think we can shock. Against just the force, I think it's fine. That is part of the reason why I also... No bueno for them, but muy bueno for you. Totally, Pluto. I agree. I wonder what they're doing. I do think I want to attack as my... Oh, hold on, no. I want to just do this now. Because I can put this in a play and then also put this in a play. And then I can pass with another Growth Spiral, basically. Okay, well, they bricked. So, get ready to craft the playset of Ixalan All-Star Walker of the Wilds once war hits. Dude... My body is ready to just like burn all the wild cards that I possibly can. Don't forget your Rivals of Ixalan All-Star World Shaper. Oh my god, you're right. Dizzy Panda, thank you for the Prime sub. You're welcome, welcome. Our opponent is super mana screwed. I think we just want to play Krasis here is my guess. Or we can set up for... Actually, let's set up for Krasis next turn. Let's play a Llanowar Elves. Let's attack with the other Llanowar Elves. And And then if they play something good, we'll counter it. If they don't, we'll just Growth Spiral. And then next turn, we'll play Krasis for 4. Aw, Kradish, so sweet. They didn't do anything. Cool. Growth Spiral, put Breeding Pool into play. There's that. And now we get to make a big Krasis for 5, is that correct? Pluto, how was the TwitchCon, by the way? I was pretty jealous of, you know, watching. I was getting the, like, not at the tournament FOMO. The reservation, thank you for the 25 months. TwitchCon EU was great. It was the first one, right? Oh. Alright, well, they did have a card in their hand. It was a Collision Colossus. We're doing fine, though. You got an email saying that I'm going to graduate this spring with my PhD. Oh my gosh! That's amazing, Toto! Can we get a bunch of we in chat? That is like so good, Toto. I'm so happy for you. Ooh, Steely Dan. Let's let them play like one more card, I think. Like we can Incubation Druid and like grow the Druid. Like I'm gonna pass with Sinister Sabotage, but I kind of want to let them play one more creature and then steal both. I'm so happy for you, Toto. That's amazing. You make Gaby so proud. All right, so they're gonna hit presumably and then play like one more duder. So we can currently X equals. Yeah, we'll let them resolve that. Ooh, I like that they went for counter and not. I like that they went for counter and not haste, because now we just get to steal everything. The poor man version of I'll take it, Draco. Totally good. I'm so happy, Toto. You have no idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then X equals 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then X needs to equal 2 is this. I believe this is gonna steal this and that. Okay, they're mine. I'm gonna pass with Sinister Sabotage now, because then next turn I can just start attacking with Sinister Sabotage back up. They can't win. They might also just scoop here, because that was pretty demoralizing. Vengeance. I restarted Deckmaster before the stream, but I can reboot it again. I feel like it always has problems. Stream Deck, get out of here. Remind me later. Alright, so we're playing against... An update is available. Please restart MTG Arena. Well, that's bad timing. I think it will let me play, though. Deckmaster was working for you? It's okay. I'll just restart it again. I love it when you call the opponent's moves. It's cool to have that much game knowledge. Oh my gosh, Miss Q, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. I appreciate that. Little hearts to you, too. Yeah, Whalester, that starts happening when you play a lot of Magic. It's, you know. Also trying to figure out, like, why your opponent's playing the way they're playing. If opponent got the same message, he won't be there. Oh. Well, let's finish boarding real quick. I don't know what we want against them. Carnage Tyrant's not too bad. Frilled Mystic looks like it could be somewhat okay against them as well. I don't think we want Crushing Canopy. I do think we want all of our... Oh, Miss Q, thank you again for the bitties. I think against them we don't need as many Chemisters Insight, so we can probably cut 1 or 2. Actually, one more of these in. And 1 Biv out. Get out of there. Get out of here. Can you get out? There you go. It should allow you to play as long as you want. It's only a client update. I actually updated MTG before going live today, so... I know that was like an hour ago or something, but I feel like I did update it. Oh, well, we have the lands in this. Sounds not great, but we can keep it. Growth Spiral's decent. Yeah, we can top that. Updates during matches are pretty monkious. I feel like MTG has way too many big updates. You think so? I feel like they don't update it that often. They put in an update yesterday. So there's a new update since the update that I did from yesterday? That's surprising. If you updated the stream, it's fine. If it is for people who have not updated. Gotcha. Yeah, I did update the stream right before going live, so I think we're doing good. Alright, I do think they want to play Incubation Druid. At least my Strong Cons is not out of date. I do miss when my Strong Cons was out of date. I'm good, Burning. How are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I will want to steal that thing eventually. Incubation Druid does help with like the colored costs of this deck. We're just gonna have to take some damage at first, I think. I think we have to Growth Spiral to start. See if we hit a land. Yeah, just play this in a play and that in a play. And that means we actually get to pass with Sinister Sabotage. And then if next turn we play... Entrancing Melody would be so much better than Mass Manipulation right now. It's not attack. You had a weird bug where you could launch MTGA, but it would search for updates endlessly? Weird. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody having that. It looks like they updated to put the FNM promo pack yesterday and updated to take the notice out. Lol. As long as it doesn't kick you out of the game, I think it's fine. It's just really awkward if you're in the middle of playing a game and they're like, okay, well, you gotta update. Oh, I'm sorry, Whalester. Let me... Oof, we're countering that. Let me restart Deckmaster once more. Wish I could take that. That'd be even better. So if I hit one more blue source, I could... Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 blue, and then X. So I could take the Steel Leaf Champion if I draw one blue source. So I'm gonna bin the Growth Spiral, because we actually are kind of looking for, like, one more blue. That's not the worst. We probably do just have to Krasis. God, we really wanted to land. Hey, Slubars, how are you? It's good to see you. I think we're gonna have to Krasis for 3 to try to hit a land drop here. Vivian does find lands. So I can hold up Adapt to block, but I specifically would have to block the Branch Walker, then Adapt. I think it's a little better to just play the Krasis. Well, Entrancing Melody helps, because that means we can take the Steel Leaf Champion. I still really need a land, though. Hey, aw, Spellcaster, thank you. Yeah, but what do you think of the totally well-founded conspiracy that Dokomoy is Janus? We're going deep with that one. Alright, so they're fighting. That's fine. Hey, Nikolai, how are you? Nikolai, I ran into some of your videos the other day on YouTube. That was pretty cool. Oh no. Hold on. No, not at all, Whalester. That was a really unlucky draw. I basically needed a land so that I could take this and this could block there or chump. Alright, let me just try to Growth Spiral into something useful. Yeah, that's not useful. What is my favorite card of all time? It is the card Ambush Viper. That is why the channel has this Viper emote. It does. That was Game Herlo, unfortunately. I still kind of like how we boarded. We were just a little too slow at the gates. What's my second favorite card of all time? That's a good question, Slubars. It might be Mold Drifter, maybe. I love that card, so good. Could also be like Falconwrath Aristocrat or Thundermaw Hellkite. I think those cards are also... They're just like really fun from when I first started playing Magic, and I loved them. Archer, please? Do we want the Archer? Oh, you're just memeing? Gotcha. I'm trying to think about anything else that we might actually want, but I don't think any of the other things look that great. Could be that we actually don't want the Vivian Reeds at all. Like, she's just a little too slow. I do like Snapcaster Ambush Viper mode. I actually really like Snapcaster as a card too. Caroline! Too bad Falconwrath and Tragic Slip were in the same set. Well, it was very purposeful. I'm sure those cards were in the same set on purpose. We're gonna add one Chemister's Insight and then maybe add one Disdainful Stroke. Just to like counter their Galt. Like, we don't have a lot of ways to deal with Galta if they do resolve one, so... Gaby, any tips for an upcoming streamer YouTuber to help me start it to begin to grow? Yeah, of course, Burning. I have lots of suggestions. Ugh, this hand is not quite good enough. This hand's much better, but it's a little slow out the gates. I think we can keep it and just hope to hit some Growth Spirals and stuff. Frilled Mystic is good, but we have a lot of really expensive cards. We need something cheaper. I think if you're starting to make content, you want to figure out like what your lane is. And that's not to say that you should just like pigeonhole yourself into one format and only play that. But figuring out like, is my streams to be like, wow, that was a really good draw. Is my stream's goal to be like super competitive, or do we want to play janky brews, or do I want to play Pauper, or do I want to play modern? Like, do I want to focus on things like Legacy and Vintage Cube, or like... That was a real shame, but it's not. I'm not complaining. Oh my gosh, Sans, congratulations. Getting to Diamond is cool. Any card you're looking forward to from the next set? Yeah, the Bullets of Citadel card, I think is really, really cool. Excited about that card. All we can do is draw Incubation Druids. Yeah, we can FF victory music for Synth. I love me a good rank up story. Ba, ba, ba. The game sounds a bit too loud compared to my voice today. I think I changed the volume settings. Let me actually change it real quick. Gameplay audio. I think it was like around here. This might be a little bit better. Let me know. Let me know if it sounds fine. So in order to steal that, it's a 4-mana card that also needs to, we also need to pay 2. Yeah, I think we're megamorphing, and next turn we're making like a big Hydroid Krasis. I think that's the plan. I think I want to do it now though, so that they can't just like lava coil me or like, respond with Lightning Strike. I think that would be really bad. So now we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nah, that one doesn't deserve a fanfare, Clueless. So 7, 8. So with 8 we can 4, 2 extra here. So if we draw land, we can actually steal the Nullhide Ferox. We can actually steal we can't steal the Steely Dan, so that's not terrible. Isn't he hexproof? He is, but you can remove hexproof from him. We actually can steal the Steely Dan. I think we might want to. Hey, Draco. Hexproof? No, I know, Draco, but we can... Okay, Draco, can you... Let's settle down for a second. You need 8 mana to steal it. Okay, I think given this... Yeah, I think it's just Krasis. Yeah, Draco has to RTFC too. So we're gonna do this for 5. Yeah, and now we have this. So now next turn we can Entrancing Melody the Ferox. The problem is they might take Galta, and if they do play Galta, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. That's annoying. How many creatures do they have in the yard? Do they have enough? They don't. Oh, but they have like a Lightning Strike probably to finish it off. Oh, double Harpooner to kill my Krasis? I mean, seems like a fine trade for us. Can we though? I heard it has hexproof. It does indeed. Okay. Okay. So, hey Caroline, how are you? Let me play this. Well, we're actually like very close to dying, Netweaver, so I don't like our spot. Like, we can't actually... We're gonna have to steal the Steel Leaf Champion because we can't take the... And chump with the Incubation Druid. Hey, Harry Boy, how are you? Yeah, this is tough. If we Growth Spiral first... We still have enough to steal the Steel Leaf, so we probably... Because we got to put the Forest in. So we should Growth Spiral first. Does that change things much? Not really. So I can Entrancing Melody. What happened, Slubars? Why are we frustrated? Alright, so that's mine now. And now I can play this and use this Incubation Druid to chump that one. And if they have a Lightning Strike, like, we wouldn't have died to that. But also chumping with our 3/5 Druid, I think, puts us in a really bad spot. So I'm just going to hope that we can chump that here and get to untap with these two. Because then I can actually try to line up a double block or something. If they have Trample, I was dead no matter what. Thank you so much, Elixir. I appreciate that. You're trying to fix yours or Chroma Mouse, but there's a screw I can't get out, so I can't fix it. Oh, I'm sorry. That Sounds very frustrating. Whenever I have computer problems, like that's one of the things that most like gets me like really, you know, worked up. I have the right mouse button. I'm sorry, Sloobers. That was extremely not helpful. Alright, so I think I want to play Island so that we have both Sabotage and Simic Guildgate to bin to Chemist's Insight. I'm probably going to have to take a trade there and chump here, unfortunately. Oh, I'm glad you like him, Elixir. I think Luis and I are going to try to stream Cube this Friday. Ooh, I see them hovering over my Steel Leaf Champion. Today is your second last day at work. I'm gonna miss all the kiddos. Oh, Caroline. I'm sure they're gonna miss you too. I think I'm gonna let that one resolve. That one's not that big a deal. Oof. In other news, if people have bought a new build property recently, are there any things I should be on the lookout for? A build property? Like, when you're buying a house, you mean? Oh my gosh. I think just for the sake of them having less permanence, I kind of have to sabotage this. Try to scry like mass manipulation to the top or something. I'm gonna have to chump with incubation drop, which sucks. Okay, so let's pass the blocks. Block there, chump. And canisters. Discard that. Okay, we really need to draw something very good out of here. Doesn't really count. I mean, the nice thing is that because we did counter their thing, now we get to remove hexproof, steal it. Right? We have enough. Let me see. Remove hexproof, 2, and then steal it. Yeah, we have enough. We won't get to counter the next play that they make, but that I think is fine. Let me remove hexproof. Alright, that is helpful. If they have Collision Colossus, we're dead, but they didn't have it a turn ago. You recommend going for Boardwalk and Park Place and then getting hotels, Baltic Avenue. Oh, we're talking... Dude, Draco, I can't tell if you're joking or not. I really can't. Yo, Power Sage, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back to the Brood. Don't have Lightning Strike, don't have Lightning Strike, don't have Lightning Strike. I think they have it. Okay. Apparently San Diego MCQ is being run with no prize support and no Jujurino. That's horrible. Oh, okay. At the beginning it was not, but now it is. Gotcha, Draco. Gotcha, gotcha. All that is acceptable. Alright, so we are in, like, a relatively... Ugh. That card's pretty good. So we can mass manipulate for both of these. Yeah, we can mass manip for Viv and that. Then they can follow up and play a Nullhide Ferox. But then I have my own Ferox to protect. Oh, we also need to play the... Oh! That's unfortunate. If I have to pay the toll, I can only steal the Viv. But it seems worth it, right? I think so. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and take the Viv. Yeah, okay, so let me pay. Yeah. X equals 1. Hey, Mindseized, how are you? It's good to see you. Alright, and now we're gonna take up...
The wilds are my shield.
Ooh, I kind of like Llanowar Elves here. Better than land. Because Llanowar Elves means I can just chump the Merfolk Branchwalker and not let my Nullhide Ferox get into trouble. Like, I'm going to keep it around because there's a chance it could Lava Coil this. Oh, I'm aware, Helsing. We're just trying to make the best play that we can. We're, like, pretty far behind. You'd hold off counter to Ferox first. Leaving them with a Vivian in play is really bad for us, Onyx. Alright, this is pretty good. So now, if they don't use Lava Coil first, I'm just chumping with Llanowar Elves right here. Then they get to play that, but then Nullhide Ferox can trade there, and then our Viv can maybe help us find, like, something. Did not understand why you had to cancel your own hexproof. Let me read you the card. You can't cast non-creature spells. Nullhide Ferox loses all abilities until end of turn. Any player may activate this ability. Oof, that was a good draw.
You want hostile? You got it. You're gonna hurt when this.
Alright, so then they ticked up, but they can't even play anything, just tick down. That was an aggressive use of...
I've seen things that would break someone
Oh
like
my
you.
gosh, we were not finding anything. This doesn't stop them from being count. If mana was spent on the spell against Riot. Okay, so yeah, we have to just like sit tight here. We just have to sit... Yeah, it's not rhythm, thankfully. That's the thing I was checking. So we just have to pass here. They're gonna probably tick up and try to Riot this Nullhide Ferox. We get to counter it. Maybe find like another mass manipulation so we can take the Branchwalker and the Domri. We're like making our way back into this game. They shocked. Why would they shock?
May be small, but watch out when I flex them.
Why not attack Domri? Because I just die. Chad has been on some... Okay, hold on. Let me... Chad has had some real nice ones today. I too don't understand why they shocked, but it's okay. Shocked because... Oh, I like that. Hell yeah. Alright, we are doing it. Okay, cool. So there's the mass manipulation. What does your ultimate do again? Creatures get an emblem with creatures you control get +2/+2 and have VG, trample, and indestructible. Yeah, we are ulting Viv. This has been a good
It's time.
comeback for sure. So we need to remove Hexproof. Yeah, this game has been wild. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and we have exactly enough to steal both. Let me just play this. X equals 2. You and you. Now let's activate this. What do you do again? I'm surely we're ticking down.
That's nice.
Krasis and Lenore-Elves. Lenore-Elves. Wait, but it has hexproof? Still has hexproof. So now they have to peel Lightning Strike to kill us or we kill them the next turn. Oh, we got there. Woo. That was really close. Okay, you told me something. Obviously, Molly, what's up? Thank you, we very appreciate it. Well, I know it was a roller coaster. I did ult Viv. Viv gives VG, yes. Oh! Wait, no, Molly, it did still attack. I thought did it tap? Wow, so it removes all the text from Ferox? I did not realize that. It attacked without VG? I didn't realize that it removed all text from it. I thought it just removed hexproof. That's really funny. This hand is, I think, a little too slow. Both in that we don't have... You were sitting there wondering what was tapped? That's so funny. I didn't realize about that interaction. I definitely have never played a deck with, like, mass manipulation and Ferox in the same... I thought it's because of an emblem it would be a static effect, but yeah, apparently it just, like, puts text on the creature and then you can remove it with Ferox. So let's take a mulligan here. This hand seems pretty good on the other hand. I'm not missing your messages burning. That is so funny. I don't think we want that on... no, I think we can do better. So I think we always kind of want to lead with islands because... I went back on using clip and it was tapped. Yeah, exactly. That is... Very good catch, Molly. Oh, it looks like we're playing against Gates. Yeah, I think we can just do that and pass with Frilled Mist. No. What are you doing? What do you think you're going? Oh my gosh, Caroline! I'm sending you all my good vibes for work time. Okay, I hope this is Gate Summit or whatever. Yeah, Guild Summit. Oh my gosh, we have a manual tapper. You're gonna buy a deck builder's toolkit soon? That's how I got into Magic. It was awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's just start picking up.
What balance comes?
I kind of like Hydrate Crazes here. Just to refill our hand. Like, next turn we can take up, maybe find another land from Viv and go like, Crazes for 4, draw 2. It's little Mole Drifter action. Guild Summit doesn't let you auto-tap. But they have been manually tapping every time, so I also think that that's happening as well.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
We got a land. Gates is the thing in best of 3. So I'm playing an event, a Chroma, so... Now that I've drawn this Sinister Sabotage, I kind of want to just adapt onto you and then pass with Sinister Sabotage. I think that's better. Yeah, and then I can pass with Sabotage and attack with Rogue Mystic. Hexproof lands are a thing? I don't think so. What are we talking about? Wish I could exile that, but I'll just... Countering is gonna have to suffice. I mean, there are indestructible lands. I don't really know what the point of hexproofing a land would be. I guess if you can turn it into a creature, you can then, like, turn it into a boggle, basically.
You can't stop nature.
Yeah, I'll just take Island, I think. UG Manla has Hexproof. Yeah, that's true. You were right about that. So, I think we just want to Crisis for a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seems pretty good. I believe that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. If they draw, like Gates Ablaze or something, I don't really care. And then next turn we get to Old Viv and we're in really good shape. How many gates do they even have for Gates Ablaze? This is not a gate. These are gates. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they'd only actually kill these two, not even the Crisis. That doesn't really matter. Mutavault is land that can get hexproof. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it can get hexproof, but only from spells. You can't permanently give it to it because it always goes from being Mutavault to creature.
Nature brings your reckoning.
This deck ults Viv really quickly, is what it seems like. We've had that happen a couple times. I am 31 burning. Hey, Mr. Hades, how you doing? Everything of yours has hexproof, but that's not really the question. Fair. All right, so we're playing against Gates. I think against them we probably do like the Mystics. It seems like the mass manipulations are not where we want to be, but the Entrancing Melody might be okay against like the Ram. But I have only ulted my Viv once. No, I ulted it twice. I ulted it in last game and I ulted it this game. Technically, I only ulted your Viv once. Oh, sorry, you're right. It's my opponent's Viv. Okay. Wow, I did get just rules explained by the chat. I think we do want some amount of negates. I'm not sure if Disdainful Stroke or Negate is better. Because Disdainful Stroke does counter the stupid... On principle, you shouldn't be allowed to sideboard out mass manipulation a deck called Yoink. That's fair. I do think that we don't... Like, Entrancing Melody is good at stealing the goats, but we don't want them otherwise. And I'm not really sure. Like, we can probably cut, like, a Chemister's Insight and bring in, like... I'm really not sure if it's Negate or Disdainful Stroke, so I'll bring one of each. Chat was technically correct. It doesn't touch Gates of Blaze or Guild Summit. I don't even really care about Gates of Blaze that much, though. I don't think. My creatures get really big. This seems a little awkward, but keepable. Mass Minute for Gate Colossus. We could try... Oh, you know what? Technically, I should have played Hinterland Harbor first. Because, yeah, if I'd done that and drew Forest, that's literally what I was about to say. If I did that and drew Forest, Oh no, wait, sorry, I'm confused. What am I saying? I just have one Llanowar. I'm just saying things, chat. Just disregard. Disregard. I thought I had 2 Llanowar in my opening hand for some reason. I think so, Molly. It just gives us more options. Gosh, they keep taking all my good stuff away. That's a shame. Playing Crisis for 2 seems pretty bad. I'm gonna try to slow roll, I think. They know about it, which is a shame. Then they could thought erasure me potentially, but turn 1 dress is such a dig move unless you're the one doing it. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Maybe we should take out the... That's fine. Okay, now that I've drawn that, I might Crisis for 2. Maybe it is better to keep the mass manipulation. Like, if the game's gonna go long, I will eventually just steal the Gate Colossus. Oh, come on. Okay, that was a good draw. I think their sideboard is all discard spells. I mean, that is the plan that they got on against us, like, guaranteed. Let's play Llanowar Elves. This does not seem like a normal gate stack, no. It seems like there's something else going on. Yeah, Netweaver, this looks like a disinformation campaign deck. Like, we saw the Guild Summit, they're playing all gates. Clearly this is some sort of gate stack, but it's just not... How big is this gonna be? 3? I think even if we can't stop them from drawing the 1 card, I should still probably Frilled Mystic here. So I think the way we're gonna kill them is just by aggroing them out with these guys. Well, I'm not drawing anything good, unfortunately. Number 6, pass. We have literally nothing. The Gates of Blazes here unless we draw like a Viv, we're in trouble. Any good double Ds? Hey, Luis. We played a super cool game against like a Gruul Stompy deck. I'm playing this is like a steal your stuff deck. It's playing lots of mass manipulations and what's a DD? It's a donation deck. Ooh. Okay, so that does lock up my future Crasises, but it does mean that they didn't have a Gates Ablaze for this. Which puts me in a better spot to just like tempo them out. Yeah, it's just like a dono deck. Maybe they loaded up their Singleton deck by mistake and they're just YOLOing. I really don't think they are. I think that's fine. I'll accept that. Also accept that. Hi, Luis. Well, that is gonna eat my Frilled Mystic. That's for sure. Oh, they have a counter? Oh, that's fine. Take action. That's true, they did play 2 Duresses, so guaranteed it's not a Singleton deck. Okay, well they're on nothing. They're on air. I think there's really no benefit to trying to slow roll the Llanowar Elves. The Jeskai DD is bomb. I'm almost mythic because of that deck. That's awesome, Mike. I love that deck. This is the like Jeskai Legends deck, right? Do I know any celebrities that play Magic? I know some football players that play Magic. And I think that counts as celebrities, right? Ooh, we did it, chat. Basically, they flooded out. Their hand was all discard, but then they never drew, like... Their hand was all reactive, and then eventually we just, like, stuck a 3-2. Does Danny Trejo actually play Magic? You know, I don't know that. I'm not sure. Yeah, Scooter, but I think that's people who learn to play Magic rather than like people who like actively play Magic, which I think is the question being asked. Yeah, Cassius Marsh definitely plays Magic. I think he counts as a celebrity. I mean, he's like, he plays for the, it's a Seattle team, right? Yeah, we can keep this. Kind of short on lands. 49ers now. Oh yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt played Magic, and I think still plays Magic some amount. He definitely counts as a celebrity. 49ers released him. So does he play for... He's back with the Seahawks? Okay, so apparently he was let go from the team that I didn't know he was at. So I thought he was with the Seahawks, and now he's back with the Seahawks. So we're gonna go with that. Seth Rogen plays? That's really cool. I did not know that he... Sphinx is Foresight, huh? My opponent's on some brewskis. Seahawks, Patriots, 49ers, Seahawks. Okay, well, I know nothing about the sport. Do you guys want to hear a funny story? So, like, you guys know that Luis is a troll, right? He's just, like, trolls about everything, and nothing he says is, like, serious or whatever. So, we were talking about, like, sports, and I was like, man, I kind of wish I knew a little bit more about sports because I'm just so unbelievably ignorant about anything that relates to sports. Like, I should learn more about, like, the local Denver/Colorado teams. And Luis is like, yeah, you wanna go to a Nugs game? And I'm like, that's not a real team. I don't believe you. I just like I don't believe you for a second that that's a real team. And he's like, no, I swear to God. And I'm like, no. Apparently the Nugs are a team here. I just... Alright, I think in their upkeep we're one of Chemisters, because I didn't really want to give them mana last turn, and I also don't want to let them draw a counterspell necessarily. The Denver Nuggets are super legit. Well, yeah, it was funny because I learned that they were actually like a for reals team. So they played a land and just passed. What are we doing over here? They're gonna play that next turn. I want to set up to play my Vivian. So let us. That's what I thought. I heard the Denver Nuggets and I was like, the Nugs? He's like, yeah. I'm like, that's not a real team. So I think we just want to run out a couple things here because it seems pretty likely that they just have counters. So let's run a Yano or Elves. Let's run another Incubation Druid. The Colorado Dank Nugs are the best team. Play a Breeding Pool, and I'm just gonna... Do you guys think they could be playing Merfolk Trickster? I really don't want to attack into Trickster. I don't think this game's gonna come down to 1 life, so I'm gonna be a coward and not attack. I'd go with the Avs if you're just picking a team to try to learn more about organized professional athletics. Well, it's real. If we're being realistic, it's just not really gonna happen. Hold on, I have enough to adapt and kill, right? I do. So I have to go adapt. Now I have 3 here, 2 more here. Viv. Yeah, DC, I had just enough. And then kill Sphinx, and we're doing great. Hey Hunter, how you doing? Yeah, the Shannowar Elves, IKR. Miss Cloak Herald. Oh, they could have Merfolk Trickster. I don't think they had it that turn, but they could have it. It's the thing. They could have it. Let me take up. Broncos, Nuggets, Colorado, you buff, CSU. Yeah, I also learned that it's Nuggets and not Nugs, but I like the team the Nugs better. Let me get Hydrate Crisis, because then we can just start Crisising for a lot. Even if they counter, we still get to draw a bunch of cards. So 1, 2 for the cost, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9. I like that. Let's just go for it. Go for broke. They did have Trickster. They could have been our Yano or Elves. Oh, that's clever. Okay, so they did that to be able to counter my Hydrate Crazes. That's okay though. It doesn't really matter if we lose Viv here. We still got to draw a million.
Not again.
Feel the wrath of Scala or whatever. Yeah, I know. Look at these tricksy merfolkses. They have 3 cards. Now that I know they're on counter spells and like tricksters and stuff, I kind of want to just play a couple more things before committing to playing another big Crisis. So let's go Incubation Druid. Let's go other Incubation Druid. Play another one of these. I'll probably end up just chemistrying. Yeah, I'll probably just end up chemistrying, and I'll leave back like I have enough for double chemister, so let me actually just pass here. I know. Poor Viv died so young and so innocent. So we'll just double chemisters here, and then the following turn maybe try to Entrancing Melody. That's fine. That's okay. I could consider adapting. I kind of want to just draw as much as I can this turn. Because there's a chance I double Krasis next turn. Wait, actually, cancel that order. I might just been Breeding Pool. I have a lot of blue sources already. Vivian destroys Frenzy. Vivian Bat destroys... Clueless. Clueless just lives one way, I see. Hey, Siege Wino, how are you? It's good to see you. It is great to see you, actually. So we have a lot of options. How much mana do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 with Hinterland Harbor. I think we just play... Take the turn off and entrance the Storm Tamer. I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Seems like a fine thing to steal, actually. Let's go ahead and adapt this guy first, though. Hey, Lettuce Paradise Bird, how are you? Just hold on. Trancing Melody for 1. Oh, Siege Wino, that's so sweet. I'm doing wonderful. We're playing donation decks today. This deck's pretty cool. This one's called the Yoink. It has a lot of, like, steal effects, basically, mass manipulations, and Trancing Melodies. We played some really cool games with it, actually. Dive down on your thing. Doesn't feel like Sinistering sabotaging this thing is, like, super necessary, but I also feel like we have a lot of cards, so I'm just gonna counter it. Like, if they're gonna use more counter spells and stuff to keep it alive, I just run out their counters, and then eventually these Hydroid Krasis stick, which also seems pretty good. Well, Steel attacks itself, yeah. Oh, they had Wizard's Retort. Like, they've had a lot of stuff. Hey, Ariso, welcome to the stream. How you doing? So they're down to 1 card now. I'm kind of tempted to use 3, 4, 5, 6 to Krasis for 4. New hair colors? Yeah, I dyed my hair red. It was a while ago, but I like the way it looks. Thank you. Alright, yeah, they decided to give up. They just didn't really, like, get their engine going. They really needed to find, like... It looked like mostly a mono blue deck that was also playing Sphinx of Foresight, which is kind of weird. I think we want our Aztecan Archers against them and our Crushing Canopies. I actually think our steal effects are not great against them. I mean, the Entrancing Melodies are for sure, because you can take some pretty cheap stuff with it, but I don't think the mass manipulation is because it's just too expensive. How was my Mythic GP? Mythic GP? Are you talking about the Mythic Invitational? It was really good. What is this deck called? It's called Yoink. Hey, how are you, ya boy? If you want the deck list, it's up there in the top right, and if you're watching this on YouTube, it's on the description below. So I'm going to get rid of Mass Manipulation. I think it's a little just too expensive to be playing against the deck that has a lot of counter spells, and I do want to go up in negates. I don't think we need all these Chemister's Insights. Yeah, of course, Draco. Do we want... Viv is kind of weird. Like, Carnage Tyrant's a little slow, but it does get resolved against almost anything, so I kind of am a little tempted to bring it in. There I go, sliding out the Mass Manips again. It's not good against them. Like, you're trying to resolve a sorcery that at minimum is going to cost 6 mana against a deck that has a lot of, like, spell pierces and cheap counter spells. Like, you don't want those in. I think the Entrancing Melody is good, though. We want some negates, too. I think we want negates more than we want Sinister Sabotages, actually. Probably cut Frilled Mystic and 1 Viv. Alright, we're going to try this. You got the full art Lightning Bolt? That's cool. Like, as a GP promo, you mean? Yeah, Jeffrey, the problem is it's just a little too expensive against this deck. I'm gonna keep this. It's a little slow, though, because, wow, they always have that on turn 1. I generally don't like boarding in like pretty expensive cards against mono blue. Like the way you beat them is usually being able to play like 2 spells per turn. And then Carnage Tyrant, I know gets resolved, but it's also not like... Turn 1 is the best time to have it. They're on the play now, so they're more likely to... Okay, that is helpful against them. So we're gonna have to go Simic Guildgate into turn 2 Llanowars probably. Why is Deckmaster broken? Let me try restarting it. It gets a little wonky sometimes. Do you think we're supposed to try to resolve this? There's a chance they counter me though. Alright, chat, is Deckmaster working again? Nice. Working again. I like it. Ooh. Good draws, good draws. So this is kind of tricky, but we do get to Crushing Canopy the Tempest Djinn, given that they played it right now tapped out. Hey Tiores, thank you for the 23 months. And if we draw a land next turn they play the Sphinx, we get to Vivian Crush it. Destroy target creature with flying. We might as well attack given that we're not blocking. TRS, how are you doing by the way? You're 1 month away from Gold Snake, yo. Oh, they had another Tempest Djinn. So they're missing on land drops. God, we bricked on being able to play Vivian. That's such a shame because also they have Siren Storm Tamer in play. I think I'm gonna steal the Siren this turn, yeah. The problem is it doesn't help us hit land drops, which we really do need to hit. So it's either stealing the Storm Tamer or... It's either stealing the Storm Tamer or Chemistrying's Inciting. Growth Spiral. Growth Spiral is the worst because that one definitely doesn't let us do anything. Like, we could try to hit a land off of it, but it's... If it doesn't work, we're like... in pretty rough shape. I guess we could Growth Spiral and then hope to hold Negate. I can see that maybe. Okay, that was good. Pay 2. And now we can Entrancing Melody for 1. Okay, that worked out really nicely. Woo. Okay, now I want them to play land and just tap out for Sphinx of Foresight. They might not though, we'll see. Kind of feel like they will though, just given how they've been playing. Alright, so we know they had Sphinx, but they chose not to play it. That's kind of a shame. Because that means they probably have a counter for what we're trying to do. And we have 5 mana. Hey, how are you? We need 2 more to be able to. Gotta be Pierce, right? No, it could be also Dive Down. Yeah, exactly. Both Spell Pierce and Dive Down blow us out regardless of what happens. I think we're pretty far behind, so we have to get a little bit greedy. I think we just have to play Viv and hope that they don't have Dive Down. Or, sorry, Spell Pierce. The game did pause 100%.
Would you like to see what's left of us?
We're almost dead if we don't do this, so... Let's just... Feels really bad. Because I...
Get that out of
What do they have? Do they have like an Opt? I'm gonna not attack here to try to protect this. I think they have Opt. Or they misclicked? That was very strange. Or they were bluffing. Could be too. I think we have to do that. I want to keep this Vivian alive. It's pretty important. Okay, well, we don't have many choices with this while she's at 2, so let's tick up to 3. See if there's a way we can protect her, maybe. Nope, we are not protecting her. If I Growth Spiral and... If I Growth Spiral, I put land into play and then put another land into play, I could steal the Tempest Djinn. I think that's better than Chemistrying. Ooh. That doesn't super help. It does chump, but it doesn't keep Viv alive. I think we're gonna have to let Viv die. And we're gonna have to chemisters. And slash pass with negates. Because, like, Aztecan Archer just doesn't really do a whole lot here. Full control bluff? No, they might still have, like, an opt or something in hand. Oh yeah, Narbly. I wish they had a little smaller creature. The Aztecan Archer would be clutch. This has just been a game where they've had, like, mostly their big creatures. Might go face with 9? I would honestly prefer that.
I always survive. You'll see.
No, flying will definitely be difficult to block. We need a lot of help next turn. That did not help whatsoever. Oof. Triple land draw. So we have to start out by chemistering because we're just dead as is. So let's get rid of this forest. That's not gonna do it. We play land Aztecan Archer, and then we can block this, and we... Oh, I guess we take 4. So that does play. And then try to Viv the thing next turn. They might have a counter for this, though. If they have it, I just can't really... Yeah, I can't. I guess I could have tried to play my Archer, then pass with negate or something, but I feel like we're just in a really bad spot after that, no matter what. I do think we needed to try to draw something out of that Chemist's Insight. Alright. How do we proceed? The Vivs did seem good if we can try to land one. I think we did get lucky to actually land that Vivian that turn. Hey, Slayer King, how are you doing? Is that supposed to be like a smiley face with like a big nose? Cause it's cute. I like how he boarded. I think this is fine. Profit! Oh my gosh, Profit with the 37 months. Viv seems just better than Insight. I think Insight is still really important for us, but I think we can board down to 2 Vivs. Thank you again, Prophet. How are you doing? I really appreciate so many months. That's like all the months, basically. It's a winking smiley face with a big nose. I like it, Slayer King. It's cute. Another update. Oh, that's right. I have to restart my thing. Might as well just play Hinterland Harbor. 37 months? That's almost 2 years. Sorry, Storm Tamer. Okay, can I draw Aztecan Archer? That'd be so good. That was not a bad draw, though. What is better to play here? Is it Growth Spiral or Incubation Druid? I guess if we Growth Spiral into like a Guild Gate, we will have wanted to play that. It's probably better just to get the Incubation Druid down, though. Shocklands, Bulletproof's being facetious. You guys think it's growth? Nice. Okay. We want to put Untapped in a play. Just like Island, and then we can play another Incubation Druid. This is kind of nice, though, because now we've gotten a lot of lands in play, and then next turn we can start Viving. We actually have enough to pay for Spell Pierce. Your head off to class. Sounds good, DC. Thanks for hanging. Yeah, they're playing, Avison, they're playing, like, mono blue, but it's, like, a little different than the regular mono blue list, because they're playing the Sphinx of Foresight. 6 foot, I see you. I see you. Okay. Let's see if we can play around Spell Pierce with this. Nice! I think they might have had Spell Pierce and we just got to play around it, which is really cool. Why did they attack with Surge Mirror for no damage? Who knows? It's a good question. We just want to start ticking up.
Come to me.
Essence Capture wouldn't have giving us a pause, though. It could be just bluffing. I guess this opponent has been playing with just like stops and stuff to to bluff what they have or whatever. Wait, why didn't I...
So it's going to be like
Why didn't I
that,
get a
huh?
chance to block? Did you guys see that? Oh, I can't because... Sorry, Search Mirror is unblockable. That explains it. Intenter, thank you for the Prime sub. Yeah, and then these other ones I can't block. That was still kind of weird though. Let me pick up with you again. We haven't played the meme petitioners yet, Squirrel. Tricksterino. Let's see what they target. Okay, so we'll want to add green with this. So now let's resolve that. Let's look.
I've seen things that would break someone like
Crisis
you.
is not bad. Why didn't they double plump the mare? I think because they wanted to trickster us. And I'm not really sure that it actually helped them out that much or anything. Let me play a forest. And now we have one floating. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we can go for 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Viv would be dead. God, we drew into nothings. I did get all nothings out of the way. I know, sweet draws. Sweet breeding pool, Gaby. Alright, it looks like our Viv is probably dead here. Just off of those two attacking. Oh, Chikorino. Is this only when they connect against a player? Let me look real quick.
Ha! I've seen worse.
An opponent, yeah, so it doesn't work otherwise. This does block every single one of our creatures. I like that they spent a couple turns killing the Viv because it took the heat off of us. Breeding pool did nothing wrong. I mean, it was not great. Let me just... I know, look at our lands deck, man. So, I think we want to adapt onto the... I feel like we can start with hitting with Crisis. They're probably going to just take it. Then we can start adapting those Incubation Druids. And as long as we play this Vivian with Spell Pierce backup, we'll do great. I guess we can kick it off with Viv. But then they know... Then they know whether they want to chump with their Storm Tamer or not. I think it's fine to play Viv, though.
Beasts are much more reliable. Meet my newest friend.
Wow, we're not drawing anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we will want to adapt the Incubation Druid, is my guess. Let me go to attacks with you. Yeah, Chumping Graces is kind of pointless. Yeah, that's true. I guess technically playing another Incubation Druid without adapting it plays better around another Merfolk Trickster because I'm gonna have to tap everything but my Incubation Druid. So I think we maybe just play Incubation Druid and then next turn, depending on what we draw, we might just end up adapting all these guys. Can you imagine if you signed up to the Simic, you're all excited about your new job, get mutated into something cool, you show up to the first day of work and your job is cleaning the breeding pool. That's so good. That's fine. That's also fine. That's also fine. So they're probably gonna pump a couple times.
Not dead yet.
No, you literally just died, Viv. I don't know what you're going off about, but you did just die. You might have an Essence Capture, but we do get to still try to fight that Storm Tamer. I think Storm Tamer is what we want to kill. I've seen squirrels who hit harder. Oh man, it tapped my own Incubation Druid to do that. Yeah, that was not ideal. Hey Fantasia, how are you? Oh, you know what? We should have actually fought the Mistcloak Herald because Aztecan Archer could just block the Siren. That would have been better. And yeah, we got a little debated by the auto tap, but it's fine. Fantasia, what's good? How's life? I wonder if a creature that would be too powerful said it taps tap, target creature gains adapt, its adapt cost is equal to its CMC. Its adapt cost is equal to its CMC. But how much do they adapt for? I guess that's the biggest question, right? They blinked to my Hydroid Crisis? That's fine. I feel like my Incubation Druids hit pretty hard. I'm actually surprised they're attacking with Vine Mare. Or Surge Mare. On the other hand, you're threatening lethal here and force them to bounce the Crisis. Oh man, they tapped out and I could steal something with Entrancing Melody right there. That would have been sweet. Okay, we're doing great with this deck actually. So I might not finish the league just because I am trying to keep the YouTube videos. I'm gonna finish it here for stream, but we might have to. This might be the last game for the YouTube video because I am trying to make sure that they're less than an hour long. This looks not great. I think we can. This is close actually. Would you guys keep this? This is close. I kind of want to keep it, but it's also not great. I think we can mulligan into something better, probably. Because, like, we're on the draw. And then the only card we have is a pretty reactive counterspell. Meh, you'd mull. Probably not mull. It kind of is, Steagle. Yeah, alright. I think everyone's, like, lukewarm enough that I'll just take a mulligan. Well, this hand didn't help. I could keep this and hope to get a blue for a Growth Spiral, but this hand also seems kind of loose. I think 5's better than this. Okay, this one we're gonna have to keep no matter what. Forest is good for Growth Spiral. Oh no, we're playing in some mono red deck. Breeding Pool, so we're playing in like teamer stuffs. I'll just go ahead and do this right now. Nice. Drew the perfect land. We're actually digging ourselves out of this. Like, this hand is really good. Now we get to Chemisters on top, try to Viv. Yeah, I think we are doing okay for being on a multi-5. We are doing not too shabby. That's not bad. And they didn't play like a Reclamation that turn. Surprising. I think since we have double Viv, we can actually, and this is a turn where they probably would Chemisters Insight. I think it's probably worth it to try to jam a Viv. Yeah, I would guess that they want to Chemisters that turn, and now we just force them to have to Sinister Sabotage, which is actually good for us. Next turn if we draw land, we might play a Hydroid Crisis for 4. Even if they counter that, we still get to draw 2. Cannot draw lands if your starting hand has all your non-land cards. Lols. It does incentivize them to make a play. Ooh. So this deck usually... Okay. And they shocked for that. My guess is they probs have a counter. Given that... I know, I thought they might have just negate and then we could play around it by playing Crisis. So I think Entrancing Melody is going to be bad in the matchup. So we could actually main face Chemisters binning Entrancing Melody. And if we hit a land, we can also Growth Spiral. I think that's what we want to do. Or maybe we just pass with Sabotage. And then Chemisters at the end of their turn. Maybe that's just better. The arena update is taking forever. I have to do that update still. What was it for? They kept that on top there at 2. Okay, I was worried they might play Viv or Niv Miz. I haven't updated mine, not really. Entrancing Melody is pretty good at yoinking a Niv, but it's so many lands away from now that I think we're just going to try to resolve a Viv and kill Niv if that happens. Okay, so many Vivians. I think now probably want to just make the play that doesn't matter if it gets countered. Just do this for 4. Must not be important if you can keep queuing. Yeah, I think people were saying it was something relating to promos. Ooh. So we both got to resolve the crisis and we get to untap with Frilled Mystic. That's not too bad. You finished a few minutes ago and can't tell the difference? Yeah, I'm sure it's just like a tiny thing. I think it was about F&M promos or something. That could certainly kill my Crassus, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can actually play like Viv with oh, I don't have negate up. I only have... Oh, but they left up Rudebun Crab, Rudebun Craig. So now we can kill their Escanta.
Let's stare. No one said restoration.
I have Google Fiber, Jealous King. I don't have Google Fiber. I wish I did. I'm gonna pass and like bluff something. Is that better than just playing Incub? Maybe it's just better to play Incubation Druid and maybe try to threaten this Ral. Do I have a if not married pact with one of your friends? I don't. I know those packs are pretty popular. I don't have one.
Oh, come on. I just want to peek.
The download is real fast, but the rest is so slow. Sure. Hey Dracons, how are you? Oh, you've never heard of those packs now, Weaver? It's like two friends of usually the opposite sex in like high school or something say, hey, if neither of us are like, we're great friends, but like we wouldn't be great as a couple if... Let me take up...
No one knows the wilds like I
Yeah,
do.
usually but not limited to. Exactly. Let's take a Crisis. How many cards do they have in their yard? Why can't I just see it? I think it says 8. Which I think means we might want to just play another Viv to kill another thing. Yeah, this is not looking great. We're gonna have to replace our old Viv. Okay, well, we counter that. You thought, yeah, so usually it's between like 35 and 40, and you basically say like, hey, if, oh no, they have expansion? Ugh. That was really bad. That was a shame. Real question is, did anyone ever go through with it? I really doubt it. Like, you make that pact when you're in like high school, and then you change so much until the point at which you... I mean, first of all, I think it's pretty likely you ended up with someone. Because like 40 is around the time that you would have like... If you were going to settle down, you probably already did. And then also like... Very unlikely that you're gonna reconnect with a person that you made this pact with when you were like 15. Like, that just sounds so unlikely. Okay, well, they flipped this thing, which is like pretty bad for us.
You can't stop nature.
Yeah, I don't feel like it even happens that often then, Molly. It's just kind of like nonsense. I think it's just breeding pool. So if we were to do Crisis, we could Crisis for 6. Seems worth it. They've gone through how many counter spells? 2. 2. Yeah, let's just do it. 6. We're really far behind. I actually think we're pretty dead. You had a pact with your friend and high school girlfriend that had later found out about it, broke up with me. Currently, me and the girl I made the pact with are engaged to different people, so it worked out. That's really funny, cause like... Oh, okay, they chemistries? Well, this does put some amount of pressure on Ral to like take down to kill our Hydrid Crisis. So that's something, I suppose. Yeah, I agree with what Akruma's saying. I feel like the reason people make that pack sometimes is because that's like a low-key way of saying like, I kind of like you, but maybe I don't want to tell you right now. So how about in like a couple of years or something? It just sounds like an excuse, right? Oh, are they gonna try to 20 me? What did you walk into? Eulogy Master, we're talking about when people, when they're in like their teens, make a pact with their friends that if neither of them are married by the time they turn like X, like 35 or 40, that they should get married. And so we were asking if anybody in chat had ever done that. I don't know who brought it up, but asking if anybody, if I had a pact, if anybody had that sort of pact, and if anyone's ever like even gone through with it.
Let's do this again.
You have a pact? You actually have that pact, Asen? That was kind of weird play by them. I think I'm just gonna play another enormous crisis. What is this 13 going on 30? Kind of, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. So, I mean, I could pass with Sinister Sabotage and just make a crisis for 5. Yeah, they only have one expansion left. We're actually doing kind of okay. I think maybe... Is it worth it to pass with Sabotage here? No, we definitely don't want to Spiral first. That seems pretty bad. We either want to Hydrate Crisis for 5, hold up Sinister Sabotage, or just Hydrate Crisis for 8. Alright, we're gonna do Hydrate Crisis for 5, hold Sinister Sabotage. Then we're just gonna pass, and then bin a Breeding Pool. No, Gup. Turns out that just being upfront with someone you're into instead of them dancing around the subject. Oh my gosh, Synth. I had a boy in high school that I was just like so in love with, and part of the reason this was like such a stupid thing that went on for so long was because I just, for years, didn't have the guts to tell him that I just liked him. Because he was always dating another girl, so I just like never told him. And then it was a really long saga that I don't really want to get into, but eventually it was like, wow, I could have spared myself a lot of time and trouble if I just told this guy that I was like into him. As opposed to like being best friends for like 5 years or whatever. Was it Luis? No, I wasn't. This is like in high school. Really long saga. They are 3 turns. What if like it was like a History of Benalia, but then they cast it again and they cast History of Benalia again, and you're like, wow, I'm tired of the story. You did that so many times growing up. I too am a chicken. Is that not what all teenagers do? I think everybody does do that when they're teenagers. Who's winning the deck damage race? They are. Oh, totally, Hunter. Completely agree. I think the thing is, dating in high school is just more difficult because, like, I feel like as an adult, if you go out on a date and it doesn't work, it's like, whatever. Like, we went out on a date, nothing happened, it's not a big deal. In high school, it's like, oh my god, you have to see them in classes all the time. Like, you have to see them in the hall, and then they start dating somebody else, like, oh my god. I just feel like you also just get so caught up in your head about, like, nothing. I'm gonna let this go, because I think we have bigger fish to fry. I'm still gonna let this go. If you live in a small town, it's still like that. Yeah, I mean, that's like the... Do something here. Let's get Breeding Pool in play. Enter step. It just feels like if we counter, like, them killing my Krasis, we're just putting ourselves in a spot to just snap loose to... play an Incubation Druid. Yeah, there were a lot of spoilers today. Okay, now we're gonna pass with Furled Mystic and double Sinister Sabotage, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. So we have 4, 7, 10. Yeah, so we have exactly enough. So we will probably end up just adapting the Incubation Druid. Actually, here I might actually go for the adapt. Okay, that's fine. Because I think the next counterspell I'll play is going to be a Frilled Mystic. Another Wilderness Wreck is kind of scary because it can definitely, like, so they're down to 1 Expansion Explosion, right? Let me look. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so maybe we actually shouldn't have adapted.
Decision time.
Yeah, actually, we should have waited because now I thought I actually had 1 more mana. That is fine. It's not great. The new Narset is good. Oh my goodness, they're going for it. That's really funny. Alright, we're on shore. Yeah, if we actually lose to Expansion Explosion here and not having double counter, it will be my own fault. I really hope they just pass. No, we're down to 13. Oh my god, this is gonna take so long. You want your friend to add new Narset to his powered cube for that sick Time Twister combo? What is the combo with Time Twister? I don't remember the cards off the top of my head what they do. Oh, they can surely Ascanta into it, but the question is, will they have other counter spells too? Because there's a chance they just had enough counter spells to also stop us. Same as Leo Twister. Oh, so like you draw them, they don't get to draw any of them. Oh, that's right. I think the static is opponents can't draw more than 1 card per turn. That's pretty cute. That card's gonna go into the cube for show. So they're going for the mana instead of searching with Ascanta, which I guess means that they found it. Yeah, my guess is they still have the explosion and a counterspell probably. Oh, if they Banefire me, I'm just dogs. Yeah, it seems like they have like a bunch of mana floating or whatever. Yeah, I punted by adapting this Incubation Druid. I actually miscounted how much mana I had. I thought I still had double Sinister Sabotage up. Yeah. And now we don't know if like one of their last 2 cards maybe. I wish I had a way to gain life at instant speed, although I guess they're making me draw. Yeah. I still had cards left in my deck. You think I was about 0 to win that game no matter what? I think if we had double counterspell, we had a better chance, but I obviously didn't get a chance to counter their second thing. Once they had the 4 Ascantas or the 4 Reclamations, then I was like pretty dubs. What was the plan after that turn? Them decking, I guess. Alright, I think we do want the Frilled Mystics against them. Crushing Canopy seems good against both Niv Mizzet and Wilderness Reclamation. I do think we want the negates. The Carnage Tyrant sounds pretty good as well. They might have had other win cons, Mushy. We're not 100% sure. I didn't have 2 counter Scorpio. I did have 2 counters. I didn't leave myself enough mana to use them both. Mass Manipulation sounds not great here. I think so too, Josh. I mean, I think we were, even if we had the 2, I think we were probably dead, but we still should have just had 2 counter spells there. We should have given ourselves the best chance. Let me take out these Entrancing Melodies. That's 63. Can you comment on the allegations that you didn't even get fancy card treatment for your own preview card? Well, see, Molly, the thing is, how much mana did I have? I had 5. So I could do 1 Frilled Mystic or 1 Sinister Sabotage. I think we cut some. God, I really can't tell. Oh my god. Cut some Llanowar Elves. Sounds good, Akroma. Thank you. What was my preview card? It was Samit. I think we can keep this. It's a little slow. We should have also caught the incubation druids, not the land worlds, but I was just running out of time, so I want to make sure I just sent in 60. This seems like a tough matchup. I don't think it's great for us. I also did preview mass manipulation, and I did not get the special treatment for it, so basically just getting called out on all fronts. Feels bad, man. Skip. Yeah, feels good, man. Oh, that was a really good draw. Okay, we still need to get one more land for this to be like pretty good, but at least now we get to either counter something good. I don't think that's worth countering. It is pretty good in their deck though. There are bunnies and baby goats in your office? I'm extremely jealous. What the hell? It is your boy HUD. I got those, Oh, hold on. Actually, I think we want to just do that and then just Crushing Canopy. I know Crushing Canopy can kill Niv if they did board that in, and Sinister Sabotage can't counter it, but I do think it's better to have a counter spell than a Crushing Canopy. Crushing Canopy's more, like, more narrow. That's fine. Oh, I have heard about goat yoga. That's really weird. You did goat yoga, Reach? That's so cool. I want to play this. Was it fun? Ooh, I like it. Kind of wanted to draw land there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, we're just gonna pass here. Don't really want to tap out against them. Is that where you do go yoga with LSV? No. Luis might be the goat at Magic. He's definitely not the goat of yoga. Looks like they have negate here, so I'm actually gonna try to go for Frilled Mystic. Yes, I think we got him. Or they might have had Expansion Explosion. That doesn't really matter. And if they had Expansion Explosion, they wanted to copy my counterspell, but Frilled Mystic just means I get to counter that thing anyway. Critical Role did goat yoga. It's pretty hilarious watching Travis Willingham do yoga while balancing a goat on his back. That's cute. I have not seen that, but it does sound pretty good. I think we probably just want to get a Viv going, especially given that they're tapped out here.
Our balance comes.
I do like Frilled Mystic. Let's get that. Land is good too, but I bet I can get a land next turn as well. Not yoga, just a little petting area. Still, petting goats is really nice. How's this deck been doing? We're good, Muldoon. I think we're like 4-0 right now. We might take a loss in this match, because I think this match is kind of rough-arinos. And we're down a game. Can they kill the Viv?
I'm not losing everything.
No, they're just... That was not great for them.
You can't stop nature.
I think we just play Carnage Tyrant. The Petitioner's deck is next. Correct. Oh my gosh, let me see this petting zoo. Oh my gosh, that's such a little bun. You're so cute. I love bunnies. I used to have a pet bunny like a million years ago. He is a really good boy. How does their deck ever beat a Carnage Tyrant? I guess like Cannonade double copied or something. That's not gonna cut it.
Meet my newest friend.
Player removal? Yeah, they're just gonna scoop. Opponent's about to put scooping on the stack. Yeah, I do believe that's what happened. Nessa Hall's kind of interesting against them too. It is really big. They also can't counter it. Can they? They could try to explosion it for 1 million, but then you can also blink it. Kind of interested in... Let me make the changes that I wanted to make, which is not the incubation druids, but yes to the Llanowar elves. And then we could try playing one Nezahal. I know like when you play Esper, you actually want the Nezahal against this deck is pretty good, so I think it's probably reasonable to bring it in here as well. Carnita too strong against this deck. I know. Carnita is good against them. They just don't have that many ways to deal with it. They can just explosion it and then you blink it. I haven't seen that, Steagle. Sounds funny. Hand's a little threat light. We can just go Lana Wars for days and then try to hope they don't have a counterspell for Viv. I think this is the keep, but it's not one I'm happy with. Viv is good in the matchup at least. Sometimes they bring Luz. Yeah, I guess that could block eventually a Nezzy. You're gonna go snuggle some of these buns. I'm so jealous, Rage. Extremely jealous of the bunny action. You have off. Okay. Live, thank you so much for the 6 months.
It's a half-a-year anniversary.
Thank you so much for the half-a-year anniversary. Welcome back with the 6 months. Let me actually just try to do this thing. Play breeding pool. I mean, I guess we kind of like put ourselves in a bad spot against Cannonade, but if that happens, I can play Lana or Elves. They, on their turn, Cannonade. Then we can... I guess if we had a turn 4 play, this would be a little bit better. Oh, they didn't. That's really good for us. Don't bunny shit everywhere? They do. That did happen when I had my bun. So, this is not the best turn to Viv, I don't think. I think we can just attack with Lana Orals and pass with Frilled Mystic. Next turn we can Viv and play her with Negate backup, which I think is where we want to be at. Also, if they play, like, Reclamation, I can just, you know, Frilled Mystic here. Okay, so now... Hold on, maybe don't tap me so horribly. Like that. Landing Viv is going to be a big game here. Syncopate. I say nay. Because they also have a hard time dealing with Viv once she's on the board.
Come to me.
Okay. Yeah, Frilled Mystics look good. I'll keep taking those. Oh, I'm gonna bust that up with my Viv. They're tapping. Interesting. Are they gonna try to explosion my Viv so she can't take down to kill the Reclamation? Don't mind me, I'm tapping manually for practice. I'm all about the, like, not tap manually life. I love using the auto tapper. I know sometimes it tricks you, but I feel like the upside is totally there. So let me use Viv to kill Rec.
This is nothing.
Let's keep attacking with these Lana Elves. And then if they play something good next turn, we can just counter it with Mystic, keep ticking up with Viv. We're in pretty good shape. You thought this was a no-frills stream? Look at all my frills! Why can't I hold all the frills? Anything? Anything? Nothing? For reals? I wish I had like a little bit more punch.
Balance comes.
There were some good cards there, but Vivian is not like the best in this deck, it feels like. She feels like she's kind of medium. Alright. If they end step go Cannonade, I'm not gonna counter it. That's fine. The feeling when you want your opponent to cast their spell so you can ruin their fun, but they don't... Yeah, I know. They are gonna have to make a play here soon, like... They don't just get to keep doing nothing. That's fine. Hey, Metal Monkey. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. How are you doing? Hope you're having an awesome one. It did slow down their clock a little bit. We're gonna find a Carnitas or something at some point here. Or
I've
Nezzy
seen
boy.
things that would break someone
Nada.
like you.
That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we actually do want to play Forest because then we have double Frilled Mystic up, right? We do. Let the record show Gaby was fine burning innocent elves. They did nothing wrong. It's okay. Look, it's Land Worlds versus the world. It's a slow clock, but I do want to have like the double counters. See, I don't really care about that. Oh. They have expansion in their hand. Good to know. Let that resolve as well. That spell stopped on the stack. I'm still just gonna let it go. It's just these things don't matter. All these like little Shivan fires and stuff are just bait. Because they want to get my Viv off the board, I'm sure. Wincon Viv plus Elf. We're gonna get this. We're gonna try to get this Viv to ultimate. But these things just don't. That was a good draw.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
So now we have what? 8, 9 mana? Making Crisis for 4. Leave up Sinister Sabotage. That seems pretty good, right? Yeah, Crisis for 4, hold up Sabotage. That seems pretty good. Crisis would be kind of suspicious. That's fine, it's just a creature that can attack, and we still get to hold up our counter spell. Oh, you mean that they would think it's suspicious that I didn't play Crisis. Yeah, I also... Whoa, they binned one of their expansions. Sounds good, Riso. Thanks for hanging. I appreciate it. Hope to see you again soon. See, that one's kind of annoying. They could... What's the worst? They can Reclamation at the end of the turn if we let this go. I might just let this go. Sounds good, Riso. If I let this go and then they don't follow up with anything good, I can just... Nah, you know, actually this is fine to counter, I think. Yeah, I can then just like use the Viv to kill the wreck. Unless they have another expansion explosion and they explode Viv for... Oh, straight up worked. I don't want that. Okay, so now this is their chance to play a Wilderness Reclamation, which I think they've been slow rolling us with. Yeah. And now this gets to untap. Let's see what their final trick is. It did seem like they've been trying to resolve a Reclamation. But they're still gonna need a lot of help because we have double Frilled Mystic in hand. So even if they like tap out here to kill Vivian, I get to attack with Krasis, put him down to 5, and then pass with double Frilled Mystic. They're still in a lot of trouble. Okay, yeah, so that's exactly what thought might happen.
I'll be back, just like before.
They're not Nexus Warmonger. We played a really long game, game 1, and they were not playing that then. So I would be very surprised if they were a Nexus deck. Okay. They're dead very soon, so I think here... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we just place... We have so many lands, we might as well play it on top. We don't know what's gonna come up. There's a chance we might want it untapped. Thank freaking God you're really tired of Nexus decks. You and me both, man. Galaxy Brain Plan board into Nexus. Alright, so this is their turn to actually like try to cobble something together because this Krasis is gonna kill them. Yeah, exactly, board. That's the plan. Do I care about search? I kind of don't because I think I'm going to kill them next turn. So this is fine for them to put into play. Like it would flip next turn, but I think it's fine given that it's not going to go to next turn, I don't think. Opt is fine. I think all these things they're doing are they're just trying to bait. Yeah, exactly. Can flip if there's no next turn. Hey Gaby, first time I came across your game nights, decided to check out your streams finally. That's awesome! I'm happy to hear that. Hey iLegend, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you, welcome back. Alright, that's kind of annoying. I think this I do have to counter. I don't know why they're main phasing this. They should have done this in their end step. Because now, if they had like a Sinister Sabotage, they don't get to counter it. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing this. Main phase doesn't make that much sense. I think they misplayed is my guess. Alright, well let's see what they have left. Resolve. Yeah, they might have more plans during the end step for sure. They don't have enough to... I don't think there's a counter spell in... Oh. What does that do? It just... Okay, I was gonna say, at least seemed like they had Negate or another expansion. Yeah, of course I Legend. That was a good match. I'm surprised we won, actually. Alright, so for the YouTube video, chat, if you're watching here on stream, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just wrapping up a video that I'm doing for YouTube. So for the YouTube video, I'm gonna wrap it up right here because we're gonna run a little overtime. Let me do a little breakdown of the deck at the end. It actually seems quite fun. I do think this is still very like matchup dependent. Like if you get paired up against the control deck, against Desperate Control, your Entrancing Melodies do nothing. Your Mass Manipulation can still steal like Teferi or something, but the deck is very fun. I do think it has a tendency to flood out, so it does make me want to have stuff to like sink mana into, which Hydrate Crisis does help with, Chemisters does help with too. The Viv is kind of medium in the deck, but I think just having a Planeswalker that both helps you find your Crises, because that helps you find your actual good cards, and the fact that the ultimate is an actual win con with like your little elves and stuff makes this pretty cool. I really like this deck. I thought it was really fun. I don't think I have any changes that I would make just off the top of my head. It seemed like it was like a pretty nicely tuned list. Cool. Hope you guys enjoyed this donation deck. Thank you again, Molly, for submitting this. I will have it linked in the description below. And if you want to see any more donation decks / just deck techs in general, they're on youtube.com/GabySpartz. If you want to come say hi to us on the live stream, that's on twitch.tv/GabySpartz. Thanks for watching, YouTube. See ya. If you like this video, you can subscribe for more. And if you want to come say hi to us on the live stream, that's on twitch.tv/GabySpartz. I stream every weekday in the afternoons, Mountain Times. See you later.